Welcome to Hangout on Air with John Lowe. First thing I would like to do, I would like to apologize to people that once I tried to schedule a event, I sent out a request to people to join the Google Hangout. But in the process of doing that, I be trying to figure out what I'm doing. So I noticed that a lot of people post back, they's not gonna know they will not join the show. I just want to apologize to those people to say that I'm sorry. So I don't want to get you aggravated or frustrate you by sending the request, but it's all about me trying to figure out how to run a control board. And which I understand that you don't want to come on the show, so that's no problem. I have no problem with that. And and so I just want to put that disclaimer out there to the people. But I just would like to say to the people who hear my voice, it's not about how much love you give, but how much love you put in giving. We need to change our outlook about life and people because people lives are changing and things in their life are changing. Everything is changing now. So, I like I said, I just want to bring that out and put that disclaimer out to the people that I send requests out to join the Google Hangout. I don't want to get you upset. I don't want you to say that this guy is bugging me. I wish he would stop sending the requests out to me. So I will, because I see the same name that repeat and say no. So I will not send you another request. Uh, so I just would like to put that disclaimer out there. But getting back to uh, to the point of the matter is that, like I say, it's not all about how much you give today in your life, but it's about how much love you put in giving. A lot of people do things in life just so that uh, their peers can say something good about you. It's all about your image. It could be that some people have cash, some funds. They got some money. So excuse me. So so they do things just to get their friends to say that he did a good deed. But within their heart, only done it just to get recognition uh, for helping out or doing something for somebody. Not doing it out from their heart. They just doing it out from their surplus. There's a lot of people do that type of thing. But as ordinary people, what we need to get to the point of trying to really put something into giving, and that is love. And I think that's the biggest problem with a lot of people in this world, that they don't feel like they're worthy to be loved, because now you got so many people doing so much drugs, popping Molly. I think that what they call it, popping Molly. You can go on Facebook and you see people running around on the street naked, you know, doing crazy things, um, from taking drugs. And then everywhere you turn, people doing drugs. So, um, the biggest point, I'm not talking about pointing my finger at everybody, because I have some, I know some people that going through some hard time and dealing with drugs and alcohol. And I was one of those people at one time. So I have understanding about people's circumstances and how they feel about life, their outlook about life, or how they feel about themselves, because I was in their shoes. Like I say, I stopped drinking in 1997. So I had to come to the point of loving myself. And I noticed that sometimes some people, we try to love somebody until they love you back. Some people don't know how to love because they never knew love. So they can't share love. And I notice a lot of relationship that with a lot of uh, women do. They try to love this man or till this person start loving them back, but that doesn't work like that. People cannot change unless you cannot change anybody. It do not matter. It doesn't matter if you go to, say for instance, use it for example. If you got a drinking problem, you go to alcohol, uh, AA meetings, and you get into class and you talk to people and you express yourself about how you feel, or what taking place or what took place in your life as you was growing up. That is good. That do, encourage you to take another step. But only you can decide in your own mind to quit something. Only you have the power to do that. Until you get ready or get sick and tired of being sick and tired, that's when you will change some things. And so that's one thing that I had to learn, uh, is to accept my reality about life. Um, we walk through life every day, and sometimes you can walk past a certain person every day until one day you notice a certain particular thing about this person you didn't know. This person may have a talent you never knew they had. You can see a person just sitting around, sitting on a corner. You think they homeless. They can't. They could be homeless. And this particular day, you just happen to stop and say, "Here go $1 or something." Then that start a conversation. And then this person began to uh, start talking to you, opening up, and start explaining their situation, what took place in their life. Then you find out this person had his own business, and everything, was a CEO of a big company, and things just fell apart in his life. He fell on hardship. But the thing that I believe what happened is that certain voice that keep rewinding in their mind, or that childhood fear, or something that took place where somebody implemented in their mind their pain in their life. It could have stemmed from a person telling you you'll never be nothing in life. You're stupid. You're crazy. And for hearing this voice all the time, it suppress your joy in life. You can be doing good in life. Then all of something trigger in your mind or in your life. You see a certain thing take place. You may see an event. You may see two people talking, or you might see a father talking to his child, or said something to this child, and it triggered your pain in your life. You go back to that moment where that question always was there in your mind. So now you have to begin to try to change your mindset and try to start dealing with problems that take place in your life. You're going to have to change your mindset. If you doesn't see life as a gift, if you doesn't have love for life, you will not be able to see life as a gift. You will see life as a curse. And I think that's what a lot of people do. Once you find yourself, or once you find God, you find yourself. And like I say, I just see a lot of things that take place. But getting back to the story about once you begin to talk to people, and this person got this kind of talent, person can sing and do whatever, Uh, this person may wrote a book, and then you ask yourself this question: why are this person homeless and have all these skills, have all this education, this knowledge? What keep knocking him down with that keeps suppressing him to reach or to press past to the next level? It's that little voice within us to keep whispering in our ear what somebody said or done to us. That grudge or that anger that we hold within us and we will not release. That's when you become a slave in your own mind. It's a terrible thing to be a slave in your own mind. Everything wants freedom. Everything desire freedom. And that's one thing that I love about God, what God that He gave us is free will to make choices. And when a person takes or tries to take your free will away from you, it suppresses you. It's like it put you in a cage or something, locked you in. You can't be free. And that's what happened when people in your life, as you was growing up, these voices you always hear in your life. Somebody could, especially a lot of young ladies. I noticed that a lot of young ladies act out more than young gentlemen now. I was looking at a video about this young lady when she was riding the bus. I think it was on the bus. It was on Facebook. This younger lady was speaking harsh to this older lady on the bus. She was being very disrespectful to this lady, and she started cursing the lady out for no reason. And I noticed there was somebody, there was a young man stood up and tried to influence the lady tried to influence the young lady to stop cursing the older lady out. In the process, the young lady got very upset and she said, "I've been looking for you anyway. You the guy that raped me." And she said, that's what she said. But people was making comments and they wasn't listening to what she was saying. They overlooked that point. Sometimes we see people acting out in life, but we doesn't get beneath the surface. Why do people act the way they do? The young lady may have been acting out because, like you said, she's been raped before. And she's been holding all that in. And people lash out at people. She may feel like her mother knew she was being molested. I know, I see it all the time. Some people in their family know people being molested and don't really say nothing. They keep it in their house. Or, what happened in the house, stay in the house. Just like Tyler Perry movie. He showed that example in one of his movies. And you see it a lot in people live. But we need to try to get beneath the surface. And when you do something, it's not all about giving, but how much you put in the love of giving. And like I say, like tonight, I'm really tired. I really didn't want to do a show, but I came on here anyway because I want to reach out to people, and I have to be committed if I want to try to be part of a change in people's life, or to help people change their life. So, like I say, I do send people's invites to come on to the show, and I just want to apologize to certain people. They don't like to do video chat. They don't do videos. But I really don't do it neither. But I'm here. I'm trying. I'm trying to do something, and I don't have no problem how you feel about that uh, uh, situation. But I'm trying to say something to resonate to the people out there. We got to do things in life to really try to reach out and help one another. Like I say, your breakdown could be somebody breakthrough. And like I say, sometimes you just want to come on the show and just sit down and just say, "Hey, how you doing?" and explain you had a bad day, or you just wanted to get on the show and just uh, speak to somebody, get somebody a shout out. I don't have no problem with it. If you just want to come on the show and just show your face, I don't have no problem with it. But I do need you to begin to try to have more understanding in life about people. Once we see people acting out, and first thing we just say, we really don't know what's going on in people's mind and people's life. There's a lot of things that taking place now. You know, everything is changing. You know, every time you turn around, people be um, shooting each other. Um, just like I had a friend, she was in a club last Saturday. I was calling her and we was talking on the phone. I think we was having a Google Hangout, just a regular video call, and she was DJing at this club. And all of a sudden, the phone just went dead. The call dropped, and I tried to call her back, but I could not get no answer. So she got back in contact with me the next day. She said that a fight broke out inside the club. Somebody started shooting in the club. You know how that turned out. So chaos broke out. People started running for the door. I think it's something that they really don't understand why it was two men fighting. Some people say it was over something silly. Somebody talking trash to a certain person. This person didn't like it. They start fighting, and things heated up. And I think both of the guys got put outside the club, but the other guy, one of the guys, came back inside and started shooting up the place. And in the process, my friend, she got uh, she got shot in the shoulder. Um, she got grazed a little bit by the bullet, and she was a DJ in the club. And here's the thing: what I'm just trying to say is that when people is so angry in life that they fighting over just a little bitty thing that doesn't make no sense. You know, it's just drama everywhere you go. People is changing and things are changing in people's lives. We need uh, to sit down and try to let things resonate with us in our mind. Start letting things resonate in our mind and stop being so quick to have a quick temper, to fight, uh, just lashing out with frustration, rage, and meanness. This kind of attitude. Every everything you turn on the news, you see somebody got shot, somebody shut up a whole school, shooting little kids, everybody. Walk in the church and just unload in a church and kill people. Things is really getting out of hand. And like I say, I just want to be one of the people. I see a lot of people out there that are doing a lot of great things in the community, reaching out to people, trying to change people's lives and help people out with things. I want to be a part of that. you know you need to ask yourself a question. What kind of name is you making for yourself? Is it all about just, oh man, I went to the club, I had this, and I got this nice car, and I got this house? And it's not all about that. It's not all about that. It's about how much you put in giving out of your love. You have to put love into whatever you do in life. It's going to be insufficient if you doesn't have any love in anything that you try to do or help people. There's so many different things. There's so many topics that I would like to talk about the show. I think I tried to start 2 or 3 shows because Google Hangout been acting up lately. I believe they've been doing an upgrade. So, like I said, I've been trying to uh, start the show, to schedule a show. So you may see 2 or 3 show or event that I schedule, uh, and you may have got a invite, and I just want to apologize. And some people that say no, I will not send that invite back out to you unless you would like to come on the show. You can still come on the show. But tonight, like I said, I just wanted to come on tonight and just try to say something. I'm tired. I've been working all day. About to go take a shower. But I wanted to not go to bed without trying to say something to inspire somebody, to encourage someone out there, to let you know that things happen in life. You can't change what happened in life, but you can change your reaction to what happened in life. And that's the things that we need to do, is change our reaction to to things that took place in your life. It could have been some bad things. It can be some things that you haven't uh, spoke to anybody about, or shared your feeling about whatever that pain, or whatever that's suppressing your joy in your life. Until you can forgive or let go of whatever that's suppressing you in life, it will always have control over you. So take back your control. And some people choose weakness to get out of a task that God has for us. Some things in life you're going to have to go through the whole process of life to see the end result. We go through so many dark places in our life just to find out that we always had the light within us. But we always continue to let people to switch, to hit our on and off switch and cut our light off within us. So the thing is, I just want to help. I would like to try to help people to change their mindset. Look at things different. Don't look at things just one way in life. Look at it in 3 different ways. It can't be the same way every time that you look at life. But like I say tonight, like I say, there's a couple of people that are doing a lot of great things for their neighborhood, and one of the guys is Mitchell. He's a he's a rapper, and he's rap for God. And like I say, I'm gonna reach out to him and let him come on the show and explain some of the things that he's doing with his music and how he trying to reach out to the young kids. The young kids got some kind of program or some organization that taking place. I believe he's a mentor to the kids, Mitchells. So I'm gonna kind of reach out to him and ask him to come on the show and share some of his ideas and what encouraged him um, to do the things that he do for the kids. He must have love in his heart for him to get out there and try to reach out and help the kids. And also there's uh, I'm planning on in the future. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my video camera. I'm gonna go in my little hometown. I'm gonna have a live show where I go to the basketball court and talk to young kids and show everyday life of these young kids, the things they do, how where they be hanging out at, what they be doing, and I'm gonna try to upload it to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna show the life of what take place in neighborhoods. So I'm gonna represent my hood by um, giving some young kids some opportunity to talk. I'm gonna set up my camera and interview kids and ask them what they want to do with their life and what they want to be and just just give them an opportunity to express themselves. If they can't come on here, I'm gonna take it to the street and go to them. And like I say, and a lot of young kids, they doing great things out there. They just need somebody to give them some attention. And like I say, and I'm gonna do my best to help my kids out. Uh, when I say my kids, I mean the community kids, my neighbor kids. I doesn't have any kids, but I love kids. And also there's another guy, Daniel Harvey. He's an ex NBA player. He have an organization going, and I'm gonna try to represent him by asking him to come on the show and explain his organization, what he doing for the kids, and uh, give him an opportunity to let some of his kids come on here and express themselves for all the things that Mr. Daniel Harvey is doing. He played with the Atlanta Hawks and a couple more teams in the NBA, and so he came back to his small town to reach back and help some of you little kids out to not make the mistakes or some of the mistakes in which that he made in his journey in life. And I think that's a big thing that he doing, Daniel Harvey. And like I say, well, we had from my little hometown, we had a NBA player and a NFL player from my hometown. The Carolina Panthers, TD Thomas Davis from my little hometown, played in the Super Bowl. He have an organization that he got going right here in Shelby, Georgia. He built a park for the kids up there. So I'm gonna highlight about some things that he done. I'm gonna go out there to the park and shoot a couple of videos and talk to the family members that go to the park and what he had donated to the city, and just ask some kids about what they think about Thomas Davis. Played with the Carolina Panthers, and I know Thomas Davis, and like I say, that's just a coincidence that you got an NBA player and an NFL player in the same little small town. Both of them reaching back, trying to help the youth, but both of them got busy life. So I know the things that he doing resonated with me to propel me um, to go to the next level and try to help out um, with the kids to do something. And like I say, that's what it's all about. What I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to help out people to give a chance, them to give them a platform to come on here, talk, express themselves. You hear me up here and just running off of my mouth. And like I say, I'm just trying to say something to touch somebody. One guy told me one time, I'm gonna say so many good things. One thing gonna have to resonate with you. Like I say, I just want to say good night. Y'all have a blessed night. May God keep blessing you. Keep reaching to help the kids. You know, like I say, take time out of your busy schedule. Just uh, sit down and talk to your child. You know, if it ain't nothing about a 1 minute, at least give your child your undivided attention, and tell your kids that you love them, and let them know that you love them, instead of telling them sit down, stupid, you crazy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stop saying set your stupid self down. Stop saying that to your child. Stop saying that to your child. That is something that be embedded in your kids for life. Even you yourself can recall a time in your life. It doesn't make no difference how old you are right now. You can be 40 years old, 50 years old, 30 years old. You can recall something maybe that your mother said, your brother, your aunt. They may have called you stupid. You can never get anything right. You can never do anything right. You recall those moments in your life. And they were some hurtful things. Only thing what I'm trying to do is get you to just think for a second. Acknowledge your love, what you have for somebody. Acknowledge how much love you put in your giving. It's not about what you give, but how much you put into giving from your heart. It can be anything. It can just be a conversation that you have with somebody. It can be anything. Give somebody some attention sometimes. Everybody needs somebody to talk to. Everybody would love to get a chance or would have the chance to express himself to somebody. Like I say, this show is. I want to make the show about you, not me, because I would like to hear how your day been. How things got so crazy on your job. You know, I know things got crazy on my job. Stay crazy on my job, and but like I say, I'm gonna say good night tonight. I'm gonna end the show tonight and say that I appreciate the couple people that go view the my Google Hangout, and I will promise you this: it'll get better in the future as I go. Uh, I'm gonna discipline myself a little bit more and to read more, to learn, to be able to express myself better. Right longer now, this is a big beginning stage for me, just to start to get over the fear of being in front of the camera and talking to people. Uh, I learned how to face my fears, um, and that's what you're gonna have to do in your life is face your fears. But like I say, tonight I'm gonna try to do another show tonight since Google Hangout is kind of acting pretty good tonight. So I want to just say good night, people, and y'all have a great night.